More and more, the C word is being used right across business. And it is a good thing. Chief Revenue Officer, Chief Commercial Officer, Chief Growth Officer. Titles in business that are fairly new, fairly recent, maybe 5 years old, in some cases 7, 10 years old. In some of these sales-oriented businesses like the insurance sector, maybe even 12, 15 years old. But in general business across the board, these new titles are appearing. And the sad reality is the C word itself will not yield the outcome hoped for. So why are these positions being created? It's because growth or revenue is actually really hard. It's especially hard at the moment. And the reason for it is because the traditional way that we have built our businesses pre-COVID, pre-inflation, pre-geopolitical ruptions, pre-collapses of supply chains, pre the skills crises we're seeing right across the world, those techniques, methods, and approaches no longer work. We need and have to find new approaches. So adopting and embracing the C word in your company by bringing on someone with that title says, hey, I want to grow and I need a new path. But here's the thing, it's not enough. Certainly given the number of C people I've met, growth or commercial or revenue officers, very seldom do they have well-ascribed and well-defined, let's call it job descriptions. Very seldom across the rest of the leadership team does anyone truly know what they are there to do, how they do it, where their mandate begins and ends, and how they fit into the broader, more traditional structure of a business, where you would have a chief executive officer, a chief marketing officer, a chief sales officer, a chief operations officer, maybe a chief procurement officer, maybe a chief head of people or a chief head of finance, and so it goes. Very seldom do I ever hear how they sit and orchestrate in amongst that team itself. The next thing is this. It's not enough. It's not enough because unless you're prepared to actually adopt a different view to the traditional approach with which you grow a company, which means by definition, a different approach is going to require a fundamentally different mindset and importantly, a fundamentally different operating model or business model. How then are you going to get broad-based, orchestrated acceptance of the C-person strategy? It's not working across the board, certainly from the perspective that I am seeing. If you're going to get the C word to do its job well, then in effect, they need the power and the mandate of the CEO, if not the CEO standing firmly behind them. It needs to be embraced across the organization, and this new role needs to be introduced to the entire organization from top to toe, left to right. It is an organizational shift that's needed to bring the C word to life. Until next week at work, have an entrepreneurial day.